Hi, Stuart here from Out to Playground. Today I am looking at Angry Birds Action, but I've had some technical problems with my iPad to computer thingy, technical term. So I've had to film it in wobbly mobile phone vision. So the production values aren't quite what you'd expect, but you still get a sense of what this game is and whether it's something right for your kids who are Angry Birds fans. So watch on and don't worry too much about the shaky hand mobile phone. So here's Angry Birds Action. It's quite different from the traditional Angry Birds game, which you kind of view from sideways and you ping birds from a slingshot at pigs. This is more like a cross between, it's kind of like pinball cross with mini golf cross with snooker, in a sense, which sounds a bit strange, but I'll show you how it works. So I'll show you an early level. I'm about 10 levels in so far, so this is very much a first hands-on with the game. But you still are pinging birds around the screen. As you can see, you're kind of viewed from above and back a bit, and using red. And these are the new Angry Birds from the movie, which the main difference is they have legs. They're not just like ball-shaped birds anymore. They have legs and big feathery arms. So it looks quite different. And what you do is you basically ping them back. You can see where they're going to go. So that reminds you of the original game. And you watch them go around the screen like that. So it is very, it goes pinball and mini golf basically. So you're trying to kind of get them to go around the screen. You're trying to collect these eggs, which you can see on the left here. Collect coins, hit other things, destroy things, collect power-ups. Basically create all kinds of havoc. And every so often you'll see these planes flying with new bits for the screen. Sounds a bit painful, doesn't it? So you have a limited number of turns each time to hit it, and you have to basically try and hit as many things to get your points up as possible. And each level has several sections. So this one has 3, as you can see. So I'll do the last one. Now at the moment, the point I'm in the game, it's only the red bird. I'm sure the other ones will be making an appearance somewhere, somehow. Go. So it's quite easy when you start the game. And you get a score, you get the 3 stars, this is quite familiar too. And you can give, if you're logged into Facebook, which I am, obviously kids might not be, you can give presents to your friends. So that's the basic gameplay. And you unlock all these kinds of presents and currency and gems along the way, which you can spend on power-ups. So in a way, it's a cross between the old Angry Birds games where you just play and the newer ones where there are in-app purchases and virtual currency, all these things. So you can sort of see the game stretching ahead of you, really, all the levels. So where am I? I'm down here. You can see how far I've got. I've got to level 9. Before the levels you get this kind of spinny thing which sometimes makes different things happen, different crates dropping power-ups and stuff. So as you can see, I'm trying to rescue 2 eggs on this level and they're protected behind these icy things. So basically I have to zoom around. And you can see there's a little score multiplier at the top, times 17. So that's kind of dictating how many points I get. Go. That was pretty good, wasn't it? I've been playing it for about a day, so I am getting there. It's that kind of thing of like the original games really, you can kind of just let fly and by luck get things, or you can start really calculating your angles. I know when my sons used to play, they loved kind of playing levels over and over again and figuring out exactly how to get the perfect score. So that's still possible here. So I will just finish this one while I'm playing well. It's always good when you're doing a review to actually be doing it well and not seeming like an idiot. Right, here we go. I'm better at this than I ever was at pinball, that's for sure. Right, so if I can get things on there, as you can see, I find through kind of this, there's all these little level elements where if you get into them, you can then cannonball yourself across the screen. There's a little pole up here where you can swing around. But when you run out of your goes, you have to turn to your next bird. So down here I've got 2 birds left, now 1. And I keep playing until I've hopefully cleared the level. And occasionally you get these nice little close-ups. And you've done a long range shot to hit the egg. And there you go. 3 stars. Pretty pleased with myself there. Although not as pleased as the guy above me in my little Facebook trends. So this is Angry Birds Action. It's been done to promote the film, which is coming out soon. Is it good for kids? So kids do like Angry Birds, maybe not as much as they used to. I'd say Minecraft has kind of had a big effect on the popularity of Angry Birds amongst kids. And that's one of my reservations about this, really. Like some recent Angry Birds games. So you can play for free. If you can see up here, you have this lightning. That's kind of every time you play, you lose one of those, and then you gain one again in a certain amount of time. The way to build up those is to spend money. So this is where I'm a little bit reservations. So here we go. You can buy gems, which you use to spend on power-ups to help you, and on playing again if you want to play before you earned your lightning box back. And if you look, you can sort of buy gems 20 for 0.79, 240 for 7.99, right down to 3,000 for 54.99. And I'm never really that comfortable with games for children that have this in. I mean, adults, I think, can choose whether they want to pay. I think some kids maybe will see this and they'll go, oh, I want the power-ups, I want everything, I want to buy stuff. Oh, look, there's £54, give me £55, Daddy. Or at the worst case scenario, if you haven't put your settings on, they could even spend it without you knowing, which would be a bad thing indeed. So I'm a little bit like, the film is for kids, like no one is going to see the Angry Birds movie who hasn't got children, surely. And the game based on the film has kind of got £55 in-app purchases. It seems a little bit jarring to me. The game itself feels quite fun. There's a lot in it. There's a lot more to explore. I mean, I've only just touched the surface here. You've got a little inbox for your messages. You can access the tunes, which is the Angry Birds cartoons. Here's turn sideways. And that's building the Angry Birds game, all the animations and cartoons and things that kids like. So that's still in here. And then there's this feature here, which I haven't really investigated, scan bird codes, where if you can find hidden bird codes, you can kind of get mini games and rewards and things. Now, I haven't found this yet. I suspect I think there's one in the movie. Obviously I haven't got the code here to look at, so I'm going to go back. But I think there's one in the movie where when you go to the film, if you've got their tablet on the phone with them, they can get some extra power-ups. I'm guessing they might be on posters on the web. So that's kind of a fun thing. Like you might be able to unlock stuff in the game without spending money, but by finding these codes. And hopefully that's the way they'll use to get kids to unlock things if they're not spending money. So Angry Birds Action's out today. It's fun. It's a departure from the kind of traditional Angry Birds thing. And I'm a little bit unsure about the in-app purchases. The fact that they're there and the kids can find them very easily, even if they can't spend the money, it makes me worry sometimes that the game will at some point turn hard and they'll need to start spending their gems and buying them. So why don't keep playing, we'll keep looking at it, and then as I get further into the game I shall report back here on how it all works, how the other birds come into the action, and whether it's fun for your kids. So that was Angry Birds Action. It's out today. You can download it for free and give it a try and see how you feel about it, perhaps about the in-app purchases. And that's it. So I'll be carrying on doing this stuff. You can subscribe to this channel and get more app reviews, more parenting vlogs, and hopefully I'll be seeing you again.